Well, welcome everybody to the November 2013 Annuity Update Show right here on The Biz. My name is Eric Palmer. What I want to do with today's show is actually focus in on a couple of products that are featuring some of these living benefits that we see out there in the market today. And because November is Long-Term Care Awareness Month, I thought it would be appropriate to start with those products and really talk about some of these benefits that we think are going to be leaders going into 2014. Now, on the index annuity chassis, again, we see a lot of the living benefits added to these income riders. They're going to accelerate some portion of that principal or the hypothetical portion of these income values for a long-term care type of an event. Now, one of the products that really sticks out to us is from Athene. It's called the Benefit 10. And the reason we've chosen them are right here on the screen. There's a couple of things that really stand out to us that make this a leader of the pack. First and foremost, the income-based growth is for as much as 55 years. Now, most of these income riders that have these living benefits will only compound their guaranteed interest anywhere between 10 and 20 years. With the Athene Benefit 10, it has a 55-year growth capability, which means you can sell this type of a product with these benefits to the younger generations out there. So a much broader demographic when it comes to who would qualify or who would benefit from an annuity such as this. Now, with the care protection, it actually has a chronic illness built into it that will enhance the withdrawals paid out of this income rider by 50%. So that means you get 1.5 times the original amount of income paid out by the rider if you cannot perform 2 out of 6 activities of daily living. So having the capability to sell that income and actually increase the income in the event that you can't perform 2 out of 6 ADLs is really important. And of course, this can be used for home health care. A lot of products have those little contingencies in there that you're not allowed to use these types of benefits in a home health care type situation, or that it may not allow you to qualify for the 2 out of 6 ADLs. Athene's made sure that they include it, and that's one of the reasons we think this is the best product in the market today. If you end up confining in a nursing home, they're actually going to pay you out that benefit base over 5 years. So again, very powerful benefit. It's going to cover the majority of the needs that you may come across when you end up in those living benefit type scenarios later on in life. Now, I also want to talk about an annuity from Forethought Life called the 4Care. Now, this is an actual long-term care annuity, so in some states you may need some additional licensing for this product. But with the marketplace where it's at today and where interest rates are today, there's not a whole lot of long-term care annuities available. So really, there's only about 3 or 4 companies that offer a product like this, and in our opinion, this truly is the leader of the pack, and here's why. First and foremost, 92% or over 92% of these contracts are getting approved. So with their simplified underwriting point of sale process, we're actually getting more contracts placed. And at the end of the day, that's extremely important, because when you present these benefits, the last thing you want to do is go back to your client and let them know that they don't qualify for the contract. So again, over 92% of these are being approved, and it's a very simple process. They also support the Pension Protection Act. Now, the PPA is something very important. If you're going to be selling living benefits, make sure you're aware of how the PPA actually works. What it allows you to do is show your clients that they can take these incomes out of these contracts, and if they're using it for a long-term care type of an event, the income can be tax-free. That means if they have earnings that are being paid out as well, potentially the earned interest is tax-free, and that's going to be the benefit, of course, of the Pension Protection Act. Now, with this particular annuity, the original principal either has a 2-time or 3-time multiplier for the pool of money that will actually be used for the living benefit, and there's a 0-day elimination period for home health care, and of course that cost will never invade principal. So this is a very powerful contract, guys. At the end of the day, no matter what, the cost involved in the living benefits will not impede upon the actual principal in the contract. That means you cannot lose money in this contract. You can only gain from it, and we're really trying to do the planning for that rainy day, that long-term care event. This is a great product to really turn to. Now, what I want to do is I want to highlight some other products that are very strong in the accumulation marketplace. For the rest of today's show, I want to talk about the different products that are available out there with premium bonuses, high caps, and of course, great fixed rates. Because the other half of the equation here when we're trying to do long-term care planning is to make sure we have enough money when it comes time for us to actually need access to this additional income. So if you're only providing your clients with products that allow for growth that only gets you up to maybe 2 or 3%, you're not really examining the entire marketplace. You're perhaps not showing them something that could be more powerful for accumulation. So the products I want to talk about now are what we find to be the leaders when it comes to indexing and fixed rates right now in the marketplace. Let's start with the Forefront series from Forethought. They came out with a product that has 4 different options on it based on what your client's actually looking for. So first and foremost, we've got the force spending with the bonus. It's a 7% premium bonus, income riders included, and it's got a high cap at 5.5% on an annual point-to-point with the S&P 500. Now, the index choice options also provides a forced spending. It's the income rider, but the cap's a little bit higher. We got the cap at 6.5%, annual point-to-point on the S&P 500. You've got a version with no fees, no riders, and high caps. And we have the sharing, which also includes an enhanced death benefit. So again, a lot of accumulation opportunity. High caps up to 6.5%, a 7% premium bonus option available. This is going to be a product to really grow your clients' money and put them in a better place in the event that they may need additional income when it comes time for them to potentially hit a nursing home or, of course, need some extra cash for living benefits in some other fashion. Now let's take a look at the landscape here when it comes to other index annuities and who's got the leading rates in the marketplace today. Right now, Athene Accumulator 5, it's a short-term 5-year index annuity. It's got a 5.2% annual point-to-point and a 2.3 on the monthly point-to-point. So very strong when it comes to their caps. Genworth, you hear me talk about it quite a bit. I mention it in nearly every single show, but it's still leading the pack when it comes to a 7-year index annuity. 107% guarantee after 7 years. That means it's going to beat your CDs no matter what. It can only outperform them at a 5.95% annual point-to-point cap on the S&P. It's a very powerful product, and if you're into the new Cap Max strategy, you can earn as much as 31% in 3 years if you roll that interest over and you max out the cap each year. Make sure you get your hands on some of the information on how that Cap Max strategy works. You can write us right here at the Biz and ask for more details, and we'll make sure we'll send it out to you. Now, the North American Retired Choice is a product that we like to keep our eye on as well because it has a 10% premium bonus. There's a multiple index strategies. There's 14 options actually, including one that's a gold index, and they have the return of premium feature as well. So a very good product when it comes to accumulation, especially when you're trying to diversify your client's portfolio. Now, we added a new one here for the month of November, and that's the Personal Choice from Phoenix Life. We really like this product because it actually has the care protection, it has the enhanced death benefit, it's got a very competitive income rider, and it's got a 5.5% annual cap. So you're killing all of the birds with one stone here. We've got the living benefits, the death benefit, the high payouts for income, and a great accumulation product. So when it comes to index products, these are your leaders, and these are the products you're going to want to get your hands on. Now, I want to wrap up today's show talking about the multi-year guarantee marketplace because, of course, this is something that's starting to see a little bit of movement on an upward trend when it comes to interest rates. Now, we see the 10-year Treasury hovering in and around the 2.5% mark. It's fluctuating 10 basis points here and there, but it's really kind of fixed at that number, and we're starting to see the multi-year guarantees go higher than that. So this is a place to really start promoting when you're showing clients alternatives to things like bank CDs or money market accounts that are not quite producing this type of an interest rate. Now, first, I want to talk about Sentinel Life. It's the Personal Choice Annuity. It's been available for the last year and a half. It's always been a leader in the multi-year guarantee market for that time. They're 5 years still paying 2.85%, and of course we've got 3.45% on the 10 years. So very strong rates when it comes to Sentinel. And of course, the new kid on the block right now is Fidelity and Guarantee. They've got a brand new rate for their Guaranteed Plus 5 series. It's actually the strongest rate you're going to find on a 5-year contract right now, providing 4.4% interest in year 1, 3.4% from years 2 to 5. That means it's got an effective yield of 3.6%, one of the highest rates you're going to find in a 5-year in the market today. Now, we've got Athene's max rate fixed annuity. We keep Athene in the book here because their products are very strong. And of course, for 7 years paying 3.3, or you can actually add some enhanced liquidity at 3.05, and they're 5 years at 2.8 with the enhanced liquidity as well. So these are the strong rates. These are the leaders right now in the multi-year guarantee marketplace. So make sure if you're making some comparisons to fixed rates, you're including these products for your clients. So that's going to be it right here for the Annuity Show on the Biz for November 2013. We appreciate you joining us. If you have any questions about the products that we talked about here, or you want to see some brochures or some of the additional details about these product features, just reach us right at the biz.tv, or you can email us info@thebiz.tv. We truly appreciate it, and we'll see you next time.